everyone, my name is Gwyneth. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I DIY my own root touch-ups. I do them every 3 to 4 weeks. I don't have much right now. It's maybe been 3 weeks. If I wait till 4, then they're quite noticeable because I have very dark hair and a lot of gray up through the front. So I just want to show you how I do it at home. This might be helpful for those of you that maybe want to start doing your own. Do it at your own risk, obviously. But I figured I would show you how I do mine. It's very cost effective. I maybe spend $60 a year on color because you get a big huge bottle of developer. Color wholesale is $10 and under, and you're just going to mix equal parts of your color. You can measure it out. I've been doing this for so many years now that I just eyeball it. And when I'm doing just a tiny bit of roots, I do about that much of my color, and you just recap it. And so I can usually get out of one tube, I can usually do my roots 3 to 4 times. So I maybe buy 4 or 5 of these a year. I don't go through a ton. And whatever color you use would be dependent on what your roots look like. And I just put equal amount of developer. Like I said, I just eyeball it. I can tell what consistency I need, but it is, for most colors, equal parts of developer to color. But you obviously just read the package and it'll tell you what the ratio should be. Now, I am not saying you shouldn't go to a stylist. I mean, I'm a nail tech, but I also understand like the price stuff. And I am a person who cannot justify spending that much on my, and so you're just going to mix it until it looks creamy. Obviously, get it good and mixed. I am not one that can justify spending that amount. And I will add, sorry if I just yelled into my microphone, that I have had my hair messed up a lot. And so one of the reasons that I do my own hair, and I cut my own hair too, is because I've had it destroyed a number of times at the salon. Again, proceed with caution if you're going to do it yourself, obviously. But for me, it just works because I don't want my grays peeking through yet. Not that there's anything wrong with that. One of these days I'll decide to let it go. So what I do is I start around my face first, and when you're covering grays, they can be quite wiry and unruly, so you just want to make sure that you get them pretty good. And so I always start around the front, and I just kind of pull the rest of the hair back out of my way so that it's not wanting to fling back on my face and getting unruly. I don't know if this is a good angle. I guess I'll see after I get done and watch this video. So I just stick to doing the crown and the sides of my head because I don't really have too many grays in the back at the scalp area. So I don't, as of right now, worry about that. And I'm 43, and I started going gray pretty early. I think a lot of people with darker hair, sometimes not everybody, but a lot of people do because it's much more noticeable. So then I just split down the middle. You just use the end of your brush. You don't need to get a comb out. It can get kind of a pain in the butt, but I just kind of hold this side down, and I'm going to go right in between. And you just need to cover the gray. You don't need to go cover your entire head with color every time. I think a lot of people think that you need to do that, but you don't. And this will save you time and money and not having to like put color all over your entire head. So I just go down, if you can see that, and I go to the back and I stop. Like I said, I just go through my crown, which is this area of your head. And I just take the tiniest little bit and keep going section by section, spreading it down. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to take pretty thin slices. That's why I said you don't need much color, but you're just going to take a thin slice and you're going to go all the way through. And I use a very good professional color line that I'm just able to pick up at the supply store because I'm licensed. And so if you're licensed, obviously, you know, you can do this. If you're not, just if you have a friend who is, you could pick, you know, ask them to pick you up, or you can go to like Sally's and stuff like that too. I'm sure they have fairly decent color lines. My hair is very long and very tangly. I have very curly, coarse hair, and so it's likes to get knotted up, and I don't think I brushed it very good. But anyways, I have pretty curly, frizzy hair. I just straightened it this morning because it makes it easier for me to put the color on. And like I said, I just keep going, and I go back as far as I can with my brush. And I don't worry about the very, very back because, like I said, I don't have a ton of gray back there. And I just use a color that matches my natural color the best, which I use a 4NN, and I use a 20 developer. That combo, I don't have it ever fade off of my roots. So that's why I like, there's different developers and, you know, levels of developers and all that stuff, or whatever the percentages is what they call it, I think. But there's a whole bunch, and you can really just research. There's a lot of good stylists that will kind of walk you through it online and teach you how to do it. You just want to be careful, obviously, that you don't trash your hair, but it's really an awesome way to do your own root touch-ups, because I know for a lot of us, like, we like to do it frequently. And so as long as I just focus around here, I'm good to go, and it does the job that I need it to do. Yeah, and I don't have any problems with it. I think it's just finding what color you need and what developer to use, and finding like a good color that's not going to fade on you. Because I know when I would go get mine done, a lot of stylists, not a lot, but a few that I've been to, they'd have problems with the color fading, or I would have problems with the color fading. Like, it would just fade off my grays, because grays, I feel like, are, you know, they're just silver. They're nothing, like, there's nothing for the color to hang on to, I feel like. And then I also, because I have very dark eyebrows, and I'm starting to get little gray ones in there, I also keep a little tiny, tiny, tiny amount of my color, and I put it on my eyebrows. And I just use a little wax stick to do that. And I just literally take the tiniest bit, because you don't want to have it get in your eyeballs, obviously. Like I said, I have a little few gray eyebrow hairs. And so, and this color that I'm putting on is not quite as dark as my brows are, so it doesn't look weird, because my eyebrow hair is pretty much black. And so I just do this to, like, make the color look better, so that if I have any little grays, and then I will just take like this end and kind of like scrape if I get any in areas that I don't want it to be. But I don't get all crazy with it. It's not a big deal. And it looks a little wild while you're doing it. I do not leave this on as long as I leave it on my head, though. I probably leave it on my eyebrows for, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes. And the color on my head I leave on for 35 minutes, and then I just rinse, and that's all I do. Nothing special. It works really, really good for me. Like I said, I probably spend maybe $60 a year on color, because a bottle of Developer, if I can talk, is super cheap. Like it's $10, and this will last a very long time. And like I said, the boxes of color, and I use a really good brand, professional brand, is a little over $10. And so, and I use probably, like I said, 4 or 5 of those a year. And I don't ever like take it all the way down. I will tone my hair though if I want like some shine and stuff to it. And I'll just use like Redken Shades EQ. Same thing with that, super cheap. And for wholesale, it's very cheap. And the bottle of the gloss liquid is super cheap. So there you have it. You just need a bowl, a brush, very cheap. You can get these at Sally's or wherever. Developer, whatever color. Go around the crown of your head with it. I do my eyebrows too. You obviously don't have to. You don't have to do any of this, but if you want to, I just want to put it out there that it's very inexpensive to do it yourself. I just leave this on 35 minutes, set a timer, wash it out, go about my day, and in 3 or 4 weeks, I'll do this again. And yeah, so that's how I DIY my own hair for the year, my roots, for under $100. And so even if I add in doing Redken Shades EQ in there, it's under $100 because I maybe do that once or twice a year, if even that. So anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Have a good day. Bye-bye.